Back under. All right, so we should be live.
You're actually live now.
Hello, GenRight Nation. I'm Tony Pellegrino, and this is Tech Talk. It is Wednesday, January 21st, and thanks for joining us. Tech Talk is something we do live every Wednesday at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and we thank everybody for being with us. We're here to talk about your favorite subject and ours, Jeeps, and in this case, tonight is going to be King of the Hammers. That's the big upcoming event. We've got Peter Doolin here and Jeff Perkins. They are the racers in the 353
Here we go.
4500 car. So we're going to talk more about that in a second. This live show is something where, in this case, we share our personal experiences with you, and kind of a chance for you to be able to interact with us by typing in a question as a comment. Include as much information as you can or detail about the question you have, and we will try and get to all of those. We've got a lot of stuff to cover tonight. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do to our YouTube channel and turn on your notifications so that you get the regular notices. Our special guests here are going to talk about their experience at King of the Hammers, and I'm going to talk about the whole King of the Hammers as a whole, right? This year for 2026, I'm very happy to see Griffin Radiator back as the title sponsor, and that means a lot to me. They were one of the original sponsors, and I was pretty stoked to see them back in that position. If you've never been to KOH, King of the Hammers is, I think, the greatest thing you can do in the United States. Like when you think about going to Sturgis or anywhere to one of these crazy, even Burning Man.
Yeah. This
is Burning Man for gearheads, and I got to admit, it's pretty out of control. Everybody, normally when you go to a NASCAR race, there's only the racers on the track driving. In this case, everybody's driving. And, it's pretty wild.
It's a wild place, and I remember on our first time we did it, as we're coming back into the finish, there was a kid on a motorbike on the racetrack coming toward us. So
yes.
we had to take avoiding action.
Yeah. So it's pretty wild. And I suggest you do your best to get your butt out here and enjoy it before it's gone, like all the other fun stuff that we normally get to do.
Well, I think it could stay as long as it isn't the Burning Man of off-road racing.
Yes.
I think we don't put that out there.
Yeah.
Leave your fireworks at home. No funny business.
This year they're definitely
keep this event going.
Fireworks at home. So let's talk about some of the facts. Fact is, this is the hardest single-day off-road race in the world, and I can attest to that as well. It's kicked my butt plenty of times. If you are coming out, you are going to need four-wheel drive, some kind of four-wheel drive to go around, and if you have a high-clearance four-wheel drive, that would be even better. You're going to be able to air down and have the ability to air back up if you want to get back on the highway. If you are into off-road, this has got motorcycles, side-by-sides, desert race vehicles, and the rock racers. And I should also include Ultra 3. Those guys are out there too.
I've never made it to one of those, but I really want to.
So that brings me to my next thing is there's a ton of stuff day and night. Ultra 3 happens at night. So there is so many things to do. You can't, it's not like you can say, okay, we're going to move from here to do this and do that. They're like, you got to pick the things you want to do, and we're going to go over the schedule. But it's crazy.
And if you see us at Ultra 3, that means our week is going great.
Because otherwise they're back in the pit garage stressed out. Yeah. Okay. I will warn you that cell phone coverage is bad. Normally it's not too bad if you're there with a small group on a weekend, but when you get 50,000 people there, the cell phone coverage is horrible.
It's terrible. So if you try to reach one of us and we don't reply, it's not intentional.
Yeah.
Or maybe it is. It's you to decide.
if they're back in their pit garage, they've got Starlink.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll have my Starlink
How many
with me.
Starlinks we got, Peter?
Between us, I have 3. On AK from Chaos Off Road, he has another 2 or 3.
Wow.
So between us, we're
Wow, that's great. That's great. So when they're on the Starlink, if they happen to be near it, then they've got some kind of coverage, but they're also busy. They're racing.
Yes.
So please respect that. You can always try and reach out to me, and maybe I can relay some information. The other thing that I wanted to tell you is that this venue hosts the top drivers from around the world. So that's really important for everybody to know. And if you think you're one of those badass guys or gals, then you spend the coin to get your butt here and pay for the team and rally everything you got to make it happen and come prove it is what I say. Yeah. So these people are really invested. And you don't get that invested unless you know you're a decent driver.
But I will say, if you do want to do this, it's worth coming a year and kind of walking around. And all of the garages and all the teams are super helpful and open. And some of them will probably even say, if you want to do this, we'll help out.
Yeah, and I was going to mention that. You know, that there's chances to help pit for other people. Like there's a lot of opportunities that you should seize before you decide you're going to throw all the money in and do this. You really need to see what it takes. I think you'd be amazed.
Yeah, well, we've had a couple guys come and pit for when Jordan was racing and the year you raced that they really wanted to get into it, and then they're like, this is a whole lot.
After this, like, no way.
But on the other hand, we had Peter come out, and he's all in. So it goes one or two ways.
Yeah. Just to give you a perspective, most of the time as a normal four-wheeler rock crawler guy, you'd come out and try and run one trail like Outer Limits or Spooners in one day. You'd be happy to get out there, run the trail, and get back, and you'd be high-fiving each other and calling that a good day. On race day, these guys are going to do all 13 or 14 trails twice in one day.
Plus trails that don't even exist yet.
Yeah, that they're making now. And a bunch of desert, in some cases 100 miles of desert. So it's a lot. When they say it's the hardest race, like you've got to act like you're training for a marathon, running a marathon, because in the car, you can't eat. All you can do is drink some fluids, and you've got to be on your A game for, 8-10 hours. So it's a rough one, to say the least. Let's see. I talked about that to race takes a huge team effort. There's different pit stops, and there's a lot of people involved to help you. Even if you go as, a privateer guy, it still takes, you're going to have to round up at least 6 or 8 buddies to get out there and do it. So it's quite a lot of work. Let's see. There's a lot more to it than being a good driver. So you're going to push your car to be competitive. You've got to push your car way past the limit. And you keep your fingers crossed, and you hope that all the stars align, and that somehow your car will hang together and get you to the finish line. And that's what it takes to win this race. It's absolutely miraculous, to say the least. Therefore, it is any man's chance to win this thing. But as you know, it takes a lot of preparation and spare parts. And
yeah, it's a huge investment.
Yes, we try not to talk about that. Okay, so now this leads us to, here is Peter's race car. And 353. I think this is an older picture, actually.
It's an older picture, but it's exactly the same you'll see out there at the race.
There you go. Yeah, and I think I have one more. Yep. This is a little closer shot.
Yeah.
Yep, same year.
And you can see his helmet. He's got that green on the helmet in there. It's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, the helmet timed out this year, so we'll be going with one of the lessons learned is don't pay to have your helmet
So you can use
painted.
this one for pre-running or something. Yeah.
Well, the real lesson learned is don't buy the on-sale helmet, because they only have 2 or 3 years left.
Timed out.
This is a great thing. You learn all these little tricks. Watch out for on-sale safety equipment. Pay full price for safety equipment for the obvious reasons.
Yep. Okay. Oh, and we've got my co-driver, Nick, has signed up to race the side-by-side race.
Yep. Picture me right there. Yeah.
You're going to
running
co-drive
it
for
with
him
him
too. Okay.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Jeff's going to get a lot of miles in on this one.
It'll be our pre-run for our race. So
I think Nick's going to do incredibly well.
Yeah, I think so too. I think better than he realizes.
I think Nick underestimates
let's not put
himself.
that. Let's just see what happens. But,
Okay, so this is where I want to get to. Imagine you look like one of these little ants running around because you're going to... Here, let me move over. Highway 247 is way over here. That's where you're going to come in. Whether you come from the east or whether you come from the west being from Victorville, you're going to get on Boone Road and you're going to follow that around. And this is the entrance to Hammertown, like where you're going to check in. So if you bought your passes online, you're going to stand or park in that line and check in and work your way into the race. The reason I'm mentioning all this is if you think you're going to show up at 7 o'clock on race day to see the race, you are sorely mistaken. You need to get to that gate by about 5.
Yeah, and gates open Friday night.
Yeah.
Yep. And the best tip I can give you is show up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, because then there's very little...
No line, and people are there, and
Yeah.
workers are just looking for something to do, and you'll get through real quick.
Yeah. So I just want you to know, even to get from that point all the way down Boone Road to get you into where you're even remotely close, by the way, this is where you'll park, and then you'll walk in, and you can see here, it's a little bit hard to see, but this is a bunch of people around the Jumbotron, but you can also filter in and stand next to the short course and watch the cars either going around or taking off or whatever, depends on. They will be going around this short course several times in the week because there's qualifying, there's all kinds of things happening all week long.
Practice, there's qualifying, race,
So depending on what day you're coming, and I encourage you to come for as many days as you can because there's so much to do and see. Is your garage still in this
same place,
location?
right where your finger is.
Okay.
And I'll be, so we have that same garage spot, and that's where the guys will be basing. And then we're sharing a garage with Chaos Off-Road from Winchester, Virginia. So a shout out to AK and Maria Watley who have brought us under their wing this year. So a huge thank you because this is a huge logistical challenge. And so we're going to be right down there. Where,
you are? Okay,
right
I thought you were
here.
on the other side. Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
This,
right down here.
this side's better.
Near
okay,
gate
good.
number 4.
Okay, and Mickey Thompson's right there.
Right opposite
okay,
us, yeah.
Good.
And so it's going to be great. We're going to have Nick there. We're all going to be together and working to try and help each other out. So thank you to the Chaos team.
That's where Nick's going to be too?
Yeah, we're going to have Nick there because that's where we're going to have all of the generators, the equipment. And
Not 100% sure where Nick's going to be. He's got an option here. He's got an option here. And then I think he bought a pit over here.
Oh, he did?
So I don't know. Nick, maybe you can chime in where you're going to be.
all I'll tell you, Nick, is that there's going to be a 55-foot semi with generators and heat and food.
That's where he'll want to be.
Yeah, I think he'll want to be with us.
And plus, I would only make this walk a few times.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's uphill.
And I should tell everybody, this entire area here is the vendor area. So that's where you're going to go see all the different companies. PRP, I'm going to go through all the ones that'll be here.
I feel like this is an old picture. I feel like this row has doubled.
Yeah, I think so too. And I don't see the giant rugged tent.
Yeah, this is an old one. So
that's
there'll be more people out there.
This gives you an idea. The short course is always in the same spot.
Yep.
So, okay. Let me keep going here.
What's cool about the short course is 3 days after Race of Kings, you can't even tell where the short course was.
Yeah.
Right.
Incredible.
Okay, so you have the ability to stand right next to that short course and watch the cars going around. On race morning, you'll be able to walk into Hammertown and all the cars will be lined up through here, ready to go onto the race course. The start-finish line is right here, so they'll bring the cars on 2 at a time and they'll take off. It is very exciting, the sound of the race cars. And this is, when you see them practicing and doing other stuff, they're not really on it. On race day, they're on it.
Yep.
This is for all the coin And it's time to lay it down and show what you got. So,
But if you want to see the cars like kind of up close a little more, because when you're lined up for the start of the race, you can't. I mean, they're all running. Everybody is in the zone. Like we can't hear you. But Tech and Contingency Day, you can actually come up, talk to us, and actually get close to the car and check them out.
And you guys have time to talk.
Yeah.
Are you going to mention the 20th anniversary thing on Wednesday?
Yes. What do you know about it?
So there is so this is the 20th anniversary running of King of the Hammers, and so right after Power Hour for the 4400 Race of Kings qualifying, we are going to line up a select number of cars and racers right next to the main Jumbotron area and on the stage. And so car 353 was invited to be on the stage. So we will be there. So if you want to come up to us, we're supposed to wear race suits, the fancy ones, which we don't have. And
I'll be in the dirty Sparko one.
And so come up and talk to us and hang out with us, and it's going to be great.
Good. Excellent. That sounds great. Okay. So if you're coming in person, you want to get there early, like I mentioned. It is further than you think. So and Boone Road, by the way, is rougher than you think. So you're going to need time. And God forbid it rains or some other thing, and that's a complete disaster. So
Forecast is quite good right now.
is it good now?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's good.
We did get a comment on Facebook. 4546 needs pit helpers. So if anybody's interested in helping Bill Potter, maybe reply to this chat or to the chat and get in contact with
There
him.
you go. Perfect. Yeah. Let's see. Be prepared for bad weather. Whether it's cold or windy or rainy or whatever, bring everything, hat, jacket, gloves, neck gaiter.
Snow last year.
So you need to be prepared for anything. And by the way, if you have to take it off and leave it in your vehicle, God bless you.
You need to be prepared for everything just in one day, every day.
Yes.
We have been, in the mornings, it's been like 20 degrees and we have everything on. And then by 3 o'clock that day, we're in jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
So
it's got the whole range of
it does.
temperatures. And even from one day to the next, don't be faked out that, yesterday was perfect. And that doesn't mean the next day is going to be perfect. So,
and bring triple the amount of chapstick you think you need.
Chapstick and water.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is just like carrying tools in your Jeep. If you carry them, you won't need them. Just bring all the stuff. Also bring food and gas. The nearest gas is 30 miles away, one way. Okay, so, and remember what I told you about getting back down that road? That's not fast either. So, then that's, instead of a 30-minute drive, it's going to turn into an hour drive each way.
Yep.
And, just bring extra gas. And the reason I say bring food, there's lots of food vendors here. But if you move to one of the remote Spectator areas and you have a good spot, you're not going to want to move.
Yep.
So just be prepared in that case.
I will say on the gas thing, VP Gas usually sets up like kind of towards the entrance.
Down here.
You will pay a premium, but it does save you a lot of
A
time.
lot of time. It's worth it.
Yes.
If they're there, it's worth it. In that case, bring extra cash. Because not only would you need it for that, you need it for some of the vendors, and the vendors will have stuff on sale, and a lot of it will be on special. So if you see something you like, make sure you have the ability to pay for it. Some of them do take credit cards if they have Signal.
Yeah.
Let's see, getting into this is called the pit garage area right here, okay? You have to park outside that. You are not allowed to drive inside this. So you park out here, and then you walk in. One of the cool things about this race is you as an individual are allowed to walk all through here and check out cars.
That is cool.
And the people are happy to talk to you, and you get to check out what they're doing, look at the quality, look at the amount of parts and tools and stuff. Some of these guys have transported like their entire shop out there, and it's quite amazing. So I would recommend, even if you only get a chance to walk around the perimeter, I would suggest that you figure out a way to get in here and check that out.
And you can get access this right through here by the Jumbotron.
By
you
the
come in
Jumbotron.
there. And
Yeah,
then,
so if you're seeing the vendors, then you walk right through.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So that's one of the things that is unique to this race. Next, if you don't have a radio, a race radio, Rugged is there. They have specials. They're the guys. They're the go-to guys. You can go see them, and then that would at least give you the ability to listen to some of the stuff that's happening in the race. If you plan on driving around, you need a flag on your vehicle, like a whip antenna kind of a flag, like you would need at the dunes.
Yep.
This isn't just a recommendation from me. This is a do it because it is really hard to see people out there.
It is safety critical that you run a flag at Hammers because we have all sorts of people out in the desert. And you have a lot of families with kids and small bikes and scramblers, and you don't want to be that person. You do not want to be that person. So please run a flag, head on a swivel, and please be safe.
Yeah, several people get run over every year.
And it may sound silly, but as we're out there, it is super helpful.
Yes.
You see them way before you see their rigs.
Yes. Okay. And by the way, don't assume that whoever you're driving next to or is crossing past with you sees you, because almost always they don't. So don't assume that. This year they are being very strict about no fireworks. So don't bring them. You're going to get in trouble. The cops are going to be there to bust you. Just don't bring them.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is not a, and by the way, I see a lot of posting on various boards about like it's an issue for everybody. Well, guess what? Stay at home.
Yeah.
If it's an issue for you, stay home.
Yeah.
Come out the following weekend and have a great time with your fireworks. Shoot them off. But for this event right now, our insurance coverage is extraordinary, and we need to keep this race going. And this is the primary issue: is safety. And by the way, it is illegal on federal land to set off fireworks.
So maybe don't come out that next weekend with fireworks.
Yeah, it's really kind of gotten out of hand, and it just needs to stop.
And by the way, Tony, and you know this as a driver, for us trying to sleep the night before the race is almost impossible.
Yeah.
And so, please help us out. We really
people
appreciate
just they're disrespectful. And look, people who come out, they're out there to have a good time and party, but it's like they lose all sense of respect for other people, and that's a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, I think we need to be civil, but enjoy yourselves, have fun, but be civil.
Yep. Okay, next, I want you to bring a GPS or download something on your phone that tells you where you are, okay? Do not come out there thinking that you're going to be able to find landmarks or just follow a road or path.
This is hilarious, by the way. People go out thinking that the world extends from downtown LA into the desert.
Yeah.
You will get lost.
Yes. And now bring on dust and darkness. You're truly lost.
And even if you've been out there many times before, not during KOH, and you think you know the landmarks, it's like a whole new town with this many people, this many vehicles, the race course set up. You'll get lost.
You'll get turned around.
Yeah. So Trails Off-Road has an app that is probably the most detailed for this area. There is Cardo Tracks. A lot of the race guys use that. But for you as a four-wheeler off-roader, it will help get you to these different areas. So I was going to recommend Trails Off-Road. If you don't do that, you can use Gaia. And what I want you to do is at least mark where you're camped. Right? Like, just say, hey, this is where I am. So even if you get totally lost and somebody like me comes along, I can get you back where you need to go. But if you say, I don't know, I was parked next to a bush, look around. That could be anywhere.
And it is real easy to lose track of where you are.
In fact, we normally camp out in this area. When you park your RV and you take off for the day, when you come back, there's 40 more RVs around it. And you don't even recognize the area anymore.
Yep.
So, and I go out there all the time. I'm telling you, you will get lost. So you
I love
really
the fact
gotta
that Tony's talking about this because every year we find someone wandering around in a circle.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's, if you add alcohol, it only gets worse, right?
Way
so,
worse.
Yeah.
I do like that Tony usually has a big flag pull up.
Yeah.
With the GenRight flag. Like, find some unique flag and put a big flagpole on your RV.
Yeah, it helps. It does help.
We do have one question.
Sure.
2008 JKU with PSC big bore box, 392 swapped with car accessory drive, may have smoked the PS pump, ripping donuts at full lock. Did Tony develop the new PS pump and steering gear? Need new pump.
Yeah. Okay. So the one that I just developed also has a pop-off valve that will prevent that. So that is a problem. Yeah, that'll also do a number on your rear differential as well. So especially if you're doing the one-wheel fire, you might have smoked that too.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm not quite ready to release it. It's close. We're in the first bit of production. I know half of what we've already decided to make is sold. So if you are interested, call into one of the guys. They can take your info and get you like one of the first ones that's available. So, all right. Okay, continue on, or you got more?
Andrew just made a good point. Make sure your GPS app is updated before you get there. There's no cell service to update there.
Yes.
And a lot of times when you're connected to Wi-Fi, you can like pre-download the background, because a lot of times you'll get into the situation where it shows who you are, but there's no
Yes.
topography to actually show you where you are.
Yeah, and those apps, if you've got them up to date, once you get there, it will work off GPS on your phone.
Yeah.
But, like he's saying, you got to have that done before you get there. So I'm telling you now, you got, what, a week or two, depending on when you go out, to get this done. Don't wait. Get it done right after the show.
Yep.
Next, know the schedule. Oh, okay. So remember when I told you there's stuff going on day and night? Well, this is part of it. And I recommend that you're like one of these people, not one of these people, because these are what I call the yahoos. And you don't want to be one of the yahoos. You just want to go out and watch the yahoos.
Hey, there's Andy Orlando, King Yahoo.
Yeah. So this can turn into a parking lot. This can also turn into upset people and hurt feelings, and just be careful. If you go out at night, you want to be careful.
Is this the first picture of Chocolate Thunder that Alan's not in?
Yeah, I think so. So I've also got one here of backdoor. So here's another one. That guy's going up backdoor if you don't know the obstacle.
Has he got a Pizza Hut thing on his top of his roof?
I think he does.
Okay.
He does. So these two spots are not far from each other, maybe just a mile or two. And they're very popular at night. So if you do decide to go there, these are also very easy once you drive away to get lost from. So that's why I'm telling you to have that GPS.
This is definitely Chocolate Thunder.
Yeah. So, all right. Okay. This is the map of Hammertown. I showed you the short course. I showed you the pit garages. There's the vendor area. And you can download this right now from Griffin's website. They've got a King of the Hammers page. That's where I got this one. And you could blow this up, and it's really quite legible, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's good. So it's high res. Okay. So you've got a bunch of, and each one of these little streets has names, you can see. So these are all great things for you to be able to get around. And when I was talking about parking, it's over in that area. Yeah, that area there. That's the gate to get in. Point at the main gate, Jeff, right there.
Main gate.
Main gate, yeah. Okay. All right, next. Schedule. This is what I was trying to get to. So there's a lot going on. This is the main schedule. And like I said, there's too many things to do it all. So you've really got to pick what you want, and you got to know where to go at what time. So just make sure, and again, this is easily something that you can download as well and check out. Obviously, these guys, it doesn't have qualifying on here yet.
It does, yeah.
Is it-
We
is this
qualify
it?
on Tuesday.
On Tuesday. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Do you know what time yet?
Not yet.
No.
Not yet. Okay.
And then Nick.
So you can see that's from 8 to 3. So it's a big window. And by the way, it's super fun. You just go over to the short course. You can tailgate right there and, watch these guys for hours.
Yeah.
We love qualifying. We always lay it down for
Do you
qualifying.
think you'll be in the power hour, right?
I don't know. Notice a power hour is an hour and a half now. Notice that?
Yeah. That's because somebody always rolls.
I don't know. We haven't been in Power Hour in the past. And
Yeah.
We didn't finish last year, so that doesn't scream Power Hour
Yeah.
now. But then Nick and I will qualify on Monday.
Okay.
Then obviously Race of Kings.
Yeah, so let's talk about this for a minute. So I mentioned to a lot of you that I'm going out on the 28th, right? All I'm doing is driving to Lasertown and parking. The 29th is when everybody gets the race course, right? So then pre-running is starting to be available. So I'll probably
hang with us.
Hang with you guys, pre-run a little bit. I think you need a special flag to pre-run,
Yeah,
right?
you need a special flag to pre-run, which you get from PCI radios. And it's on the Thursday, about noon, 12:30, we get the GPS files for the course. So we can pre-run. Both rocks and desert are open on Friday. And then I think it's just rocks on Saturday.
Saturday, okay.
Yeah.
So that, guys and gals, that is the busiest time other than race day for these guys. That they got to get as much as they can see in those 3 days, and they are just going. And they're coming back at night. They're making notes. They're talking about what else they got to go back out and see. And, there's a lot of things that get posted and told around Hammertown, so that it's like, oh, we need to go look at that. We heard this, that, or the other thing, So to me, that was always the busiest time.
It's the busiest. We'll spend, 3 hours in the race car pre-running,
Yeah.
and then I'll come and actually put 200 notes in the GPS that night. So sometimes I'm sitting there until
Let's talk
10.
about that for a second, because I wanted to sort of. So when you're out in the car, and we're not at race speed, you're not allowed to be at race speed for pre-running.
I just want you to say that again.
We're not at race speed. I have a habit. I have a really bad habit.
Well, you hear that engine and you're just like,
Helmets and a hands device, and I don't know what happens. It's kind of weird. A different person pops into my head. But what Jeff is doing in the car is that he's taking lots of notes and he's looking at the GPS. And then what he's doing is at nighttime he's matching up the GPS track with his notes. And so over this space of 3-4 days, we get really good sort of detailed notes that go into the GPS. We marks up the GPS with icons and notes. So as we're in race day, he doesn't have to look at his physical notes. Instead, those notes are coming digitally to him inside either the Garmin or in his cell phone.
Yep.
So it's a lot of work. It's like you just don't turn up and get a GPS and follow turn left at the Walmart. It is a
No, you got to note G-outs, rocks that'll get you.
the hazards. Yeah, that's the turns, all that.
What degree certain turns are. Because keep in mind, you're bouncing around like crazy. So there's not like when you're rec wheeling, you can zoom out, zoom in. Like once you set that,
You're not
there's a
changing
good chance you're looking at that same zoom the whole time. So you do need notes.
Yeah. And, the race organizer, what they do is they try and trip up the drivers. So there might be a long, big main road that you're thinking, great, I can punch it up to 100 here. And then you'll go up about, I don't know, not very far, and they'll have you make a sharp left, So they know a lot of guys are going to go straight. And if you're not navigating, then...
Well, this is it. This is just as much of a navigation and communication sport as it is a drive sport, which makes it very exciting. And last year, they introduced this sort of VCP, this virtual control point or sort of GPS waypoint that you have to be within 50 feet of that point. And they'll shove that point right up against the edge of a wall in a canyon. So that 50 feet means that lovely burned-in little bypass that's 10 feet to your left, that is outside of that buffer.
Yep.
Yes.
And penalties then accrue very quickly.
Yeah. And the penalties are not worth the,
No, never.
It's bigger than you think.
And in the desert, by lap 2 and probably halfway through lap 1, the course markings they're gone.
They're gone.
People ran them
ripping-
over,
Yeah.
missed turns, went right
Well,
through
and if it's
them.
windy, they blow away.
Yeah,
There's all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
So yeah, it is.
Navigation on the GPS is critical.
Critical,
It really
absolutely
is.
critical.
Yeah.
So Jeff has a busy day in the car.
We do have a few questions.
Okay.
First time at KOH, is there any fee you should pay to get you into a better spot that would make it more fun?
Yeah. VIP, worn VIP ticket. If you want heat, food, and people massaging your toes all day long, that's where you go.
It's right on the shore course.
It's right on the shore
nice.
course. Big
Yeah.
jumbotrons inside. There's an outside area.
Mm-hmm.
And so just plug the Warren team. Thank you for building that out over the last
Yeah.
few years. It's been very good.
Yep.
Yeah, that's otherwise there are designated spectator spots that you can go to. You got to get yourself there. It's not like there's a guided tour.
Nope.
So and I was hoping to get a big map, but I couldn't find one yet of those spots.
Yeah, I think what we need to do is go back maybe through Dave's meeting where you kind of walk through it. There will be new areas this year, especially around Laser Nut Alley, where he has set it up so that the cars and the spectators are actually quite close together.
Okay, so that's near Chocolate Thunder for those of you watching. It's just it just extends off of that, and you can see the race course. The cars like
quite long,
run right next to it. You're very close.
Yeah, it's a great spot.
Yeah, you're within 20 feet of the race cars.
And if you get tired, you can go back to Hammertown quite easily, and then come back
Yes.
out again and refuel.
It's a good spot. And this year we are going up Chocolate Thunder, so that's going to be
That's going to be great.
Yeah, that's good.
We love going up it.
Yeah, me too. I like that. Okay, so unless you have another question, I'll keep going.
I do. Is there an entrance fee for spectators? Yes. You do want to go to kingofthehammers.com and get your ticket in advance.
Yeah, buy it online. You're still going to have to check in at the gate, but that makes it much faster to check in. Not only do I have it on my phone, but I have a printed copy because, internet's wacky out there, and, sometimes either I can't get it or they can't get it, but...
Yeah. And by the way, a shout out to Hammer King Productions and Dave Cole and team. Please buy a ticket. Don't try and slide in through a back door.
Yeah, they pay a lot of fees to the BLM.
People don't realize how much money it takes Hammer King Productions to actually put this show on, and we spend a huge amount of money with the BLM, as Tony said, and it's the lion's share after insurance, so what we have to pay.
Yeah. So, be a good sport and pay the price. But by the way, it's the same price whether you come for the day or you come for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, and I'm telling you, if you're used to spending $20, $30 to go to a movie, this is going to be more entertainment.
You're going to walk away with a set of lifetime experiences because, it is always a dramatic experience. It's always a dramatic race. It always seems to come down to seconds and minutes, even after a full day out there, which is incredible. And you're going to see as Tony said, you're going to see some incredible racers. We've got a lot of racers coming directly from the Dakar Rally, coming to King of the Hammers and competing. And they get a rude awakening because they've gone from nice soft sand in Saudi Arabia to the rocks of California. And they find out real quickly what it's like.
And by the way, that reminds me, Peter, a lot of these racers are out driving around. They're testing their cars in addition to pre-running on the actual race course. But these guys are trying to figure out if their car is going to stay together and is good to go. The last thing you want to be is in their path. So
and plus everybody's shock tuning out
everybody,
there. Of course.
So there's a lot going on in addition to
that is a great point. Please, again, back to the boogie whips or having whips and a flag up. And as Jeff said, people are out there shock tuning because that topology of the sand and the ground in Johnson Valley is quite unique. They can't, doing shock tuning someplace else in California does not match the shock tune you do here. And so you're going to have people, doing 80 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour through the desert. Please do not be that person who thinks you can sneak out in front of them.
Yeah.
And a really good point. A lot of people come from the East Coast. They're not used to crossways where you have to check. When you hit a crossway, do make sure you check both ways because you can see somebody in the distance and not know how fast they're going. Next thing you know, Shannon Campbell's coming 100 miles an hour and you're trying to cross the path. So
the closing speed of these cars at 100 miles an hour in the desert does not compute in your mind. So please be safe, be careful. If you'll hear us out there, and if you hear 800 horsepower V8, stop. Look around, orientate yourself, make sure you're visible as well to other people. Don't be the person hiding behind a small bush, think that's going to protect you from a 5,000-pound car going at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't stop in the main tracks. Get off, even if you're
okay, that's a good point. Yeah, if you have to stop for some reason, please get off the track.
Yeah.
Whatever, even if you think it's not very traveled, it will be. There's enough people out here that every trail is traveled.
Yeah. And if you slow down to 5, 10, 15 miles an hour, it's not going to damage.
Right.
So.
Right.
I do have a question that's a little off topic, but it's one that's relevant to me right now.
Okay.
Hunter Dinger in 2K. What transmission catch can do you run in Terremoto?
Okay. Those are
I swear
actually,
I don't even know them. I didn't ask them to ask.
Those are actually a brand new product that we're making. So the ones for Terremoto were handmade by us here in the shop, But several people have asked us to offer that as a product, including Jeff, and including a customer that was here today. He's like, I want those. Like, I need those. The way they're designed is so that fluid can bubble up into them, and when the whatever it is, the differential, the transmission, whatever, cools down, the fluid runs back in. If it bubbles up over what this container can hold, then it will overflow just that amount and then return everything back to the differential or transmission or whatever. Yep. So they're really handy. Plus, if you turn upside down, they don't leak at all. They're set up so that nothing spills, and that's a very important point.
Great.
Yeah. There's more to this, don't
Okay.
Do you see the need to run a little extra transmission fluid when off-roading?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. If you run low, then when you get on an obstacle, the transmission's not going to hook when you want it. And worse, I've seen it where somebody, it starts to slip or catch air, and then it picks up, but the person panicked and gave it more gas. So when it does pick up, they just go over backwards.
But you definitely don't want to overfill them.
Yeah.
So it's a very thin line.
Yeah. So just try half a quart. If you still feel a little slip, then you can go full quart.
Yep. Also, does a weekend warrior with an LS need baffles in the oil pan?
What I would say is if you have an oil pressure gauge and you've ever watched that drop, then yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you have a dummy light, if you've ever seen that even flicker, you need one.
Yeah, and people don't look at their oil pressure enough.
No.
You got to be laser focused on
Yeah.
it. Get rid of everything.
Okay, so you could, if you're not sure, go find, when you get out there or wherever you wheel, find something super steep and idle for 30 seconds and watch, because you're not trying to climb the obstacle at that point. You're just pulled up.
Or if you haven't bought an oil pan yet, then the answer is yes, buy one with a baffle.
Yes.
That's a yes thing.
Get yourself a Kevco. They're not that much, and you'll thank us later. Yeah.
Oh, we got our boy Chase Purrier on.
Nice.
So he's staying up late to
Hey,
watch.
Chase, good to see you.
All right.
Will Peter be running Maximus for pre-running?
Yes.
Nice.
Maximus will be out there running, and we can't wait. And by the way, I should say Maximus right now is in Mississippi because our friends at Chaos Off-Road have had some trailer trouble, which maybe is a topic you wanted to talk about, which is the logistics of getting to KOH is non-trivial. You got to plan for weather, you got to plan for road issues and mechanical issues, and so our thoughts are out to the team at Chaos who are doing a complete rear end change on the semi-trailer as we speak. So
did they get parts?
they've got the parts.
Okay,
Not
good.
all of them are in yet, but we've got a path to success. And I just want to say, AK and the team supporting him, amazing. Thank you very much, because Maximus is strapped in up there. So,
Okay.
Does the catch can vent air?
The catch can does vent air. Yeah. Yeah. So in lieu of there being fluid in the line, yes, that it is venting air. Yes.
And what gear lube are you all running out there? Like 75, 140?
Depends. If you're racing, aren't you running something
heavier.
We're running
heavier?
heavier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's usually a 250 weight with Molly in it to cushion the
Correct.
gears.
I think we're using AMS oil, their heavy duty gear oil.
Yeah. But otherwise, in something like Terremoto, it would be a 85 140 or 75 140. The designations would be full synthetic or like organic, normal style oil.
Which, when you're trail wheeling, rec wheeling, you wouldn't want to run something that thick. We do a pretty thorough warm-up on absolutely everything before we qualify, before we stick, because it's like syrup. It takes quite some time to fill those.
Yes.
Yeah, the car is up on jacks, and we'll be running the gears for 40 minutes.
Yeah, they actually monitor the temperature. It's got to be about 100 degrees before they go out, or they'll tear the teeth right off the gears. So it's very important. Very important. Yeah.
What else we got? Oh, Derek Wall says, put me on the list for 3 catch cans. Yeah, we're moving that up on the list. I need them. Keep telling me this stuff, guys.
Awesome. Okay, keep talking.
Yeah, keep talking.
Okay, so next thing I want to share with everybody is these are all the people that support what you do, meaning off-roading. And I'm going to list them off. I want you to go into the vendor area and tell them that Tony sent you. Curry Axles, they've got a booth. American Iron is going to be displaying their brand new knuckle that's got all kinds of cool features. Basically, he's blended several different products. It's American made, and I think you guys are going to want to check that out.
Those that aren't familiar with them, those their new ball joint weights is what me and Tony have been running their updated version for about almost a year now, and we are very, very happy with them.
Those. Yeah. So great guys to go see. Tell them we sent you. Our buddies from Edelbrock and Compcams are going to be out there in booth number 160 out here. And again, you know, that's going to be helpful when you pull up this map and you figure out, you know, where they are, which looks like right here on the corner, right? Yep. Is that 160 over there? Looks like it, right?
They're always in the corner somewhere.
Yeah. Right? So that's pretty close to where the entrance is. Huh. So to talk to those guys. They are, Mark and the guys that are out there have the first 200 get a free water bottle, and they've also got some one-off special stickers and other swag to give away.
I'm going to go right now.
And they also wanted me to let you know that their brand new 4.0 4-liter Jeep head that I talked to you guys that I saw at SEMA will be available in March. So it's really close.
And if you are building an LS, go talk to them. They are a wealth of knowledge.
They're the guys, yeah. Rugged Radios. They are your go-to for communication support on the lake bed. So if you don't have a radio or you want an intercom or whatever, just go see those guys. They're the guys. Again, tell them I sent you. Raceline is now the official wheel of KOH. They've got a bunch of swag and discounts to hand out there on the lake bed, so swing by their booth.
And we're running Raceline on the car.
You guys are? Yep, and I'm running Raceline on everything I got. So, yeah, they're great. They really support off-roading across
We've had
so many platforms.
Great support from them over the years.
Yeah, really good. Warren has their booth. It's booth number 2. And Factor 55 is booth number 5, which should be over in this area. There you go. Big. That's the... Yeah, there's the VIP tent. You can see it in red right there. So, and then that sits right on the short course that Peter was talking about.
Oh, yeah. Bonus, if you get the VIP ticket, it comes with Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah. And charging. You also have charging power in there and stuff. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
And the breakfast is great.
It really is.
They're going to be doing meet and greets and all kinds of stuff. So you do want to go by there and check in with the guys at Warren. They are the exclusive 20th anniversary, KOH sponsor as well. Mm-hmm. And they're going to have lots of special merchandise. And the Jeep that Sergio drove in the Baja 1000 is going to be there too, so people can check that out.
By the way, the Warren team are amazing. If you go walk in and ask any questions, and you've got any queries, and they're just fantastic to work with.
Yep, they are. They're great. Next, Optima. They've got a booth in Hammertown, booth number 9, which looks like it's right in that range too. And they've also got, where they're selling batteries and other merchandise, they've also got a semi out on the short course. So that's going to be one of these semis along here, including Mickey Thompson's got one out there. A lot of those. One thing about the semis is those are there typically to support the racers. Some of them do have on the inside, the things that the public can go and do and see. And, if you tear a tire or something while you're out there, you can get another tire. There is some support out there for that. But Optima has something going every single day. They're doing, some kind of an experience, some kind of a Raptor experience. They've got an unlimited desert truck celebration, they've got going for that weekend before. They've got an armed forces thing going on. They've got a top secret thing going on. You need to go there and check it out. Thursday says Jeep Jamboree Rally powered by Optima. So I'm not sure what that is, but you want to check that out and more. So definitely go over to Optima and check that out. King Shocks wanted me to mention, they're out there in force, servicing the racers. But they've got 30 years of off-road dominance. So, you're talking to guys that really have a lot of experience. And that's, as you've always heard me say, it's a great quality product. PRP Seats, booth number 83, will be out there displaying. They have some brand new seats called the Kilo, and they're going to want you to sit in that, check it out. They've also got a bunch of limited edition, I don't know if you saw those, King and Queen shirts that they printed. They look really cool. They did some cool graphics that they're doing, obviously for this 20th anniversary, and they've got koozie stickers and all kinds of stuff. Of course, they're selling seats and harnesses and all kinds of other stuff at a discount, so check them out. Fox has 2 booths out there, and they are featuring their brand new live wire aftermarket suspension kit for the JL and the JT, including a sway bar disconnect. And all of this, if you haven't seen that live wire, it checks the terrain like 400 times a second. It's crazy how fast it can do this stuff. And I think they've got a vehicle out there that they can even take you for a demo in. So if you're interested in that, stop by a Fox booth. AGM, my buddy Brian Little, they're going to be showing their brand new heavy-duty scissor jack that can lift up to a 7,000-pound vehicle. So I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
I've been through plenty of cheesy scissor jacks.
I've seen their social media on that. It looks pretty good.
It does look good, huh? Yeah. So he's going to have one for me when I get out there. So I'll have one that in the Jeep with me. So that'll be fun. Yukon is going to be out there in their most purpleness that they have with all the drivers they sponsor on their row, which is that entire row right there. So that's Griffin Expressway and King Shocks Court. So right there on the corner. They are sponsoring 40 different drivers at some level. And they've got this brand new rookie program that I guess they raffle off some tickets, and some people I know won rides. So that's cool. And on Wednesday night, they're doing a 20th anniversary Hammers party in somewhere in one of those pit garages. So cool. That's going to be fun. Mickey Thompson will have their staff out at the semi, which should be this guy right out there by gate 4. And you're encouraged to go by and say hi. And in general, watch the Mickey Thompson tires and what they can do on the most demanding terrain of this year. So please go by, tell them I sent you, and check out their tires up close. RCV, they've got a booth. Josh will be out there, and one of his new guys. So stop by, talk to them, check out their products for your side-by-side or Jeep. And Advanced Adapters will also be out there. If you don't know them, they're the ones that created the Atlas transfer case that all of us are running. So get out there and check out. They've got a cutaway that you can see everything that's happening there. So again, tell all those people I sent you, and remember that supporting them supports everything we like doing. So important piece of the puzzle. By the way, if you're not going to go and you just want to watch this online, you can subscribe on YouTube, right, Peter? And, is that a pay subscription?
There is an unpaid subscription, or non-subscription, which is ad-supported, and then there is a paid subscription. The paid subscription with Hammer King Productions is fantastic because you can pick which cameras you look through. And so you can say, I want to watch everyone at Chocolate Thunder for the next hour. I want to watch everyone at the finish line. And we will also have another feed, of course, that AK and the team at Chaos are going to be pushing out as well for us with all of our sponsors. So thank you, AK, for that. So we will have.
So is that one that the viewer can select also and just watch inside your car?
Yeah,
that's cool.
And by the way, we are running StarStream. We have 2 cameras in the car. We're deciding if we have audio or not because I've got the teenager here with me in the right seat.
Drops out some 4-letter words.
I'm team no audio.
Team no audio. I want to just tell people what's going on as we're singing around the course. A lot of singing required, by the way. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
Good stuff. All right.
And that'll be streamed on Hibernian Racing,
Yep.
off-road racing on YouTube.
On YouTube, and thanks to everyone who's been helping us out to get ready.
We do have some questions.
Okay, go for it.
What wheel size and back spacing are you running on Aftershock?
That's a 17 by 8.5, and I'm running
4.5.
4.5 inch backspace.
When y'all headed out there, is Jeff going for another victory over Tony at any point?
That's a different.
That's a different thing.
That's the real Hammers
We're
experience.
both going to build new Jeeps, though, so it should be a pretty good battle the next one.
Next one.
But we are headed out there next Thursday, I believe.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, man, it's so soon.
I know.
Yeah, I'll be out there at the weekend and waiting for the truck and the AK to arrive safely.
I mean, it's great that Peter's already here. Like, this is a week ahead, so
this
it's
is
good.
the first time it's ever happened. Like, and this goes back to Tony's one of his first points, which is it is hard to pull this off. This is not easy.
Yeah.
So I want to just say to everyone who's ever helped me, thank you. Really appreciate it.
Awesome. More questions, or this is a great time for you guys to chime in and just talk about anything that I missed, right?
We do have one question.
Okay.
Full JL full with axle. What do you think of bends in track bar to clear everything?
Well, I don't like bends in the track bar. So if you do, it's got to be absolutely minimal. If you look at like the one on Terremoto, it's straight.
Straight. Yeah.
But
I've never ran a track bar that didn't have to have a bend.
yeah, it's quite difficult to run a perfectly straight one. So you just want to make sure that it's the absolute minimum, and you don't want the 2 points too far. You want to, like, that track bar needs to be pretty level at ride height. Otherwise, you're going to get really dramatic, what they call swing effect on that front axle. And if you're buying some of our stuff, we have all that figured out. So all the more reason to get one of our parts.
Exactly.
So.
Yep. We're caught up on all the questions.
Okay. And by the way, the car that these guys are driving has literally our off-the-shelf parts.
That's where I was just going to go. Go to GenRight.com, and underneath the car build section on the website, you'll find the car 353. And literally every single product you see on that list, and probably more since we've actually put more on, are right off of the GenRight website. So there's a lot of GenRight inside this car and on this car, and it has been amazing to use it and to experience it. And again, I want to thank Tony, because it was a driver experience weekend that got me hooked on this thing many years ago. And so consider that as well, like, as a potential way to get into this. Is not just coming out to King of the Hammers for a weekend to sort of experience it, but then get a professional to sit with you like Tony to actually walk you through this and drive you at speed and give you the safety tips that you can drive comfortably at speed, which is important, and spend the time to get comfortable at it.
Yep. And here's that spec list. I pulled it up.
There we go.
So it's got all the specs. It started life as a 99 TJ, and then it shows you a lot of the products that are on there. But it lists every single thing, in here that's on there. So you can call in and talk to Jeff or Andrew, one of the guys, or just find it on our website.
Yeah.
And
I can probably tell you
Yeah.
the most about it.
We've had a lot of fun with this car. It's been great.
So lots of good pictures of it too here, especially like this one at the finish line.
We'll make it this time.
That's always a good spot to be. So yeah, lots of fun. All right. Anything else? Any other questions?
We're all caught up.
caught
We're
up?
just looking forward to getting out there. And,
Yeah, I know. It gets the blood pumping to get out there.
It's like once you make it, and first time you go out to pre-run, there's just like a load off your back. Like, we're here.
Just strapping in. We have brand new safety harnesses in the car because they age out over time. So I sat in it tonight for the first time in a while and strapped myself into it, and I was like, gosh, I could just rip it around the garden right now. Come out to, as Tony was saying, Tony has walked through a lot of the sponsors and a lot of the vendors. It's important for all of us to participate in the community and spend money with these people, and come out with your credit cards and your cash to Hammertown, and don't just be a tire kicker. Buy some of this product from these vendors and support them. They're supporting our sport, they're supporting our community, so it's really important.
Yeah, including GenRight.
Yeah.
I was going to mention one thing. You and I talked about it the other day. You know, in a multi-lap race, when these guys take off, that first lap is really like a survival lap. You're trying to go as fast as you can, but the dust is terrible.
It's going to be dusty. It's going to be dry. Every year we go out and he's pulling me back, like literally like on a horse, yanking me back. And we'll come around a corner.
It's a long race, Peter.
It's a long race. Like, you'll hear in the audio as we have it turned on. And we'll come around a corner and there'll be like 4 cars flipped upside down.
Yep.
Or we'll see the back of a car here and the front of it half a mile later. And it's extraordinary the first 20 miles, the attrition, because people just go
too fast.
Way too fast.
I think that's one of the hardest things to get through your mind. Somebody comes early in the race, somebody comes ripping by you, not trying to pace them, but 9.5 times out of 10, you're going to see them broken later.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you just have to run your race. I'm excited this year because lap 2, we go through the rocks before we finish the desert.
Yeah.
So you really got to save your car in the rocks this time.
Yeah, the strategy is totally different this year. Dave has changed it up,
which is cool.
And that's why in our pre-running we're going to do a lot of fuel flow testing to see in different environments what the fuel flow looks like. And last year we looked at the data from last year. We were getting an average of 4.1 miles to the gallon, which is very high actually.
That seems higher than.
What we should. I know, but
Banshee doesn't even get that.
The data says that, well, because he got a great driver, of course. I was coasting into the corners, lift and coast. And so we will get out in the desert and we'll get in the rocks and we'll see kind of over the next couple of days what the fuel is. And the reason for that is because pit 2 looks like the place to make main pit out of. So again, strategy. Where are we going to put our people? Where are we going to put our stuff? Everything. So we've got the right car.
That's super important to know all these things. Otherwise, you're making more stops than you need to. But
we think we can make it to pit 2. Yeah.
That's good.
We need to confirm.
Positive vibes. Or else I've got Jeffrey who can then run across the mountain
and get some gas.
Get the gas and come back.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. And by the way, that is legal. They can get out of the car and go get parts from the pit stop. So and bring them back.
It's cost a few 44 guys the win over the years.
That's right.
Yeah, it's incredible.
All right.
Because they wanted to push it, Peter.
Okay. we're gonna have some fun. And if you get on our way, watch out. Your car does become part of the race course legally if you are stopped and upside down.
Yes.
So we have used other cars, unfortunately,
for traction.
Yes.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks for joining us. The next time I come to you will actually be from the lake bed. Next Wednesday, that's when I arrive. So we will see you out there.
Awesome. Thanks, Tony. Thanks, Jeff.
Yep. Bye.